Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Rimworld. Looks like we finally made it to Friday. Hope your day's been going better than mine. I shouldn't say that, man. My day hasn't really been too bad, but it didn't really end as well as I wanted it to because, give you a long story short, I've got a little bit of a leak right now going on in my garage, and it's not really, excuse me. I don't think it's the roof of the garage because the water that I see is coming in right at the top of the garage door entryway of where I mean like the vehicle garage door, not the one that you can open up and walk through, but the vehicle garage door, the main garage door. Okay, so the top of the garage door, the header, there's a little bit of water coming in during rains. It's nothing major or anything. It's more like a kind of like a whenever it rains outside, it gets a little damp right in there, but usually that's a good sign that there's probably more water damage in there than what you can see. So me being me, I tried to make some phone calls to a contractor guy that I've used before, who's really good. Told him the situation, and yeah, I'll come out, I'll come out, I'll come out. Give me a give me a quote on stuff. Well, of course, stuff just keeps coming up that keeps preventing him to come out. Last week it was a broken air compressor that he apparently had to go into a town for to get fixed, I guess, because he's on a job in my area. And the week before that, it was some other job or something. So, I mean, the guy's a really good guy, but when it becomes a chronic issue of that type of crap, you begin to kind of get pissed off. So, I got some gumption, and I told myself, well, okay, let's go ahead and try to give a different contractor a shot. So I arranged for a guy to come out to my place today at 5 o'clock. Did I save this as Citizens of Soul? The last game, I mean, I must have. Anyway, I decided to give a different contractor a shot, thinking, well, okay, if that other guy that I prefer is busy, maybe I can give this guy a shot and not have to depend on only one contractor. So I arranged for the guy to come out at like 5 o'clock. I leave work early because it takes me 30 minutes to get to work and back home. So I basically leave at 4. Well, actually, well, yeah, actually, it was about 4 o'clock. I left the office at 4 o'clock, get home at like 4:30, and I wait around until literally 6 o'clock, and the MFer didn't even show up, didn't even call me. So needless to say, I'm kind of stewing right now over that, and I gave his ass a bad review on Google. Not that that really matters half the fucking time, but it's shit like that that really pisses me off, man. It's like you've. I feel like it's almost getting to a point with some of these deadbeat assholes to where you feel like you've got to pay them money to pay them money. that's not that's not nuts. Tell me what is. But it's like, you want to pay these people to do stuff for you. It's not like you're expecting freebies or anything. And whenever the chance comes to give them a shot, it's like they don't even want to fucking work. So I don't know, man. I don't know where the world's going, but it's pissed me off. To make a long story short, back to the drawing board, I guess, with some other contractor, some other deadbeat that I'll arrange a time for and leave work early for in order to come out to my house and him not show up and not let me know that he's not going to show up. It's fucking amazing. When you see stuff like that, you really got to ask yourself, how on earth is anybody? How do those people last? You know, and really, honestly, the majority of them don't last because 9 times out of 10, you'll contact somebody and they'll do that to you. But if you step back and watch them from a distance, you'll see that usually within a year or two, they're out of business, or else they're getting in trouble with the law, or filing bankruptcy, or some other fucking bullshit. It's like, dudes, man, figure your fucking life out. Sorry, guys, I didn't mean to get on a tangent there. Just kind of stewing right now. So anyway, yeah, welcome to Rimworld. Life is rough on the rim. Okay, anyway, so if you weren't here during the last episode, I will try to get you up to speed because, quite honestly, I don't even remember what happened last time because it's been a few days since we played. I do remember this person though. This little little girl, 16-year-old girl. She landed from a transport pod crash, and right now she's kind of in our little med bay, kind of recouping. We did do our little uh, Kikaspis order, and the Kikaspis or Kikaspis. That's the town that's right south of us. They ordered 51 uh, fire foam shells, and in return, what we wound up with is a fourth uh, psychic emanator. So now, if you look at the high level view, or just about our entire internal core of our base is covered now with that. Honestly, man, I really do think that these things kind of help out a lot because I've noticed that ever since I started using those damn things. I mean, don't get me wrong, people still get on their little fits and stuff, and there's still the occasional tantrum or some other stupid petty shit. But most of the time, it's usually reduced by almost 50%, I think. I haven't really been keeping track of it or anything like that, but I would say roughly that these things they reduce one's uh, uh, what's the word that I'm looking for? They reduce the likelihood of somebody snapping a fit by at least around 50%, something like that, 40-50%. And the reason I'm saying that is because ever since I installed those, there haven't been as many people like going on tantrums or having, little vision quests where they walk around in some sort of daze or some sort of shit like that. So those things are definitely worth getting if you have a chance to get them. So there's that. So yeah, got that. Told you about, is it Kalum? Kaloon? Kaloon? That. Told you about her. Um, we're still trying to do everything we can to keep up with component work. We're not really looking too bad for the most part, and we're actually kind of looking pretty damn good on advanced components. Not that that really matters right now either. But we've got a shit ton of steel. We've got 10,000 some odd of steel. I mean, that's nuts. That's the most I've probably had in this. Well, actually, I think a couple episodes ago, I was probably closer to something like 12 or something like that. Uh, we're looking really awesome, though, on hay, which is kind of a change of luck. Usually we're kind of struggling with that kind of stuff. Let me see here. What else do I have to mention? Um, food. Food we're not looking too bad on. I mean, maybe it could be a little bit better, but overall it's not really too bad. And one reason I'm saying that isn't because as much of the amount that you see here, but because of the fact that we've kind of found a new diet regimen that seems to be doing well with everyone, at least as far as cooking is concerned. I've got 4 dedicated cooks, and I've got them all basically, all of the stoves at least, I've got them basically set to these kinds of orders. And ever since I set these orders up, they've been doing a lot better in terms of not eating raw food. Now, don't get me wrong, you still occasionally, I think, see somebody chowing down on some rice every once in a while, but I don't think it happens as often as it used to. And that's kind of a good thing because that raises morale a little bit. But, as you can see, though, we do need some more rice. And that, I don't think that's going to be a major issue for the time being, but it's going to kind of creep up on us, I think, at some point. And I'm not exactly sure what I should do to fix that just yet if it turns out to be an issue. I mean, still not really convinced that it's an issue just yet because we're holding on pretty good with, for the most part, with food. And whenever the bulk traders come around, I can always order some more stuff if I absolutely have to. But despite the fact that we're kind of low, we're still looking somewhat decent for the most part on food. So there's that. We finished our outdoor main structure out here, as you can see. And what I'm planning on doing out here, this is going to be the general storage area. I've slated some AC units to basically freeze it down at some point. In here, I'm going to eventually move my butchering stations over there because right now they're kind of cramped up into here, okay? And the plan is to move those three, and I'm going to probably add a fourth in here along these walls, and in the center be kind of like a stockpile zone where I'm going to put carcasses and stuff of things that we hunt. And it's going to be like a frozen type of slaughter room, okay? So as you can see, I've got 2 AC units prepped to be built right there. And I'm going to set those AC units to be about like at -4 or something like that. That way things will freeze and not like, you know, rot or whatever. And whenever they get done butchering, we'll transform at least some of these into some food stores or storage shells. Now, the thing that I discussed last time that I at least as far as right now is concerned, I think I've decided against is the possibility of making one more outer ring that comes out somewhere like maybe 1 or 2 blocks or squares or whatever you want to call those, one or two grid squares out past this fence. And I think when I measured it, it was like around like 13 spaces or something like that. And the idea that I had at the time was that it would give me like a an additional layer to build with, because right now, as you can see, I've got one kind of these are pins, okay, but inside the pins I also have dandelion plant crops right there too. So uh, one pin, two, there's kind of like a smaller third right here, and then a fourth pin. The only other spots though that I grow stuff in is basically in these corner growing basin rooms, and I mean I've got space out here. Hell, I mean I've got space all over the place to grow stuff, but I'm trying to keep everything somewhat encapsulated behind my base's perimeter defense system. And right now, at the time, as far as right now is concerned, this is where I initially started my base defense system. So the thought was that if I built another wall out here, I would build it with something like slate instead of just stupid wood, you know. And then on the outside of that wall, like I'm doing right here with the uranium slug turrets, I would move those out there on the outside of that wall. But I decided against it simply because it's just one, I don't feel like screwing with it, you know, because you're talking about a shit ton of work there. Not only with planning the freaking wall itself, but also with the material that we're going to need from the slate. Because despite the fact that I've got a pretty good amount of slate blocks out here, building that kind of wall, that's going to, you might as well probably at least triple the amount that you see here, if not quadruple, maybe even more than that. So that's one reason I didn't do it. And the other reason is because I'm telling myself that I'm going to go ahead and try to exhaust 1 or 2 of the deep wells, or deep drills, I mean. Because whenever those things get exhausted from the deposits that they're set to drill into, they usually drill up either something like slate or granite or something like that, I think. Maybe not granite, but I know that slate's one of them. And so I kind of told myself that if I can let that happen naturally and use 1 or 2 of those, I'll build up more slate. That way, if I eventually come back to the idea of possibly doing that wall, I'll have a couple deep drills that will provide me with a steady amount of slate that I can use. Because right now, I mean, this just isn't going to work. There's nowhere near enough. That might get me, maybe if I'm lucky, a quarter of it. So for the time being, at least, I'm gonna kind of shelve that idea and try to focus on some of these other things for now, and just kind of see how it goes. I mean, we're about to get into winter here too, so that's another thing. So if I do that idea, I might wait until like next spring. But a third reason that I kind of held off on it for the time being is because of the fact that if I do another outer wall, I want to make it as complete as possible. And with the way things are around here on this map space, I've got a pond right here, river, pond. You know, I've got a couple of these water mill generators. You know, there's little like natural landforms and obstacles and stuff that wouldn't really make it complete. So if I get to something like a river right here, chances are there would be a disconnect of the wall, which means that I'd have to find some sort of cute little way to apply additional defenses around that area. Because if we ever get attacked or raided, whoever it is that the raiding force is, they're going to wind up coming in through that area. Now, don't get me wrong, with that kind of wall, even despite those little spaces and stuff, it would still be better than what I've got now. And so, again, that's the reason I'm saying if I come back to it, in all likelihood, I am going to come back to it. And so I'm just trying to think about all of the stuff. But, I mean, for the time being, though, I'm just going to kind of go with what I've got and keep trying to exhaust at least a couple of those deep drills to see what they drill up after the deposit's been exhausted, and then just kind of go from there and revisit. It's probably going to be sometime like next summer in the game or whatever before I get serious about revisiting that idea. But thankfully, with where I am in the world map, I don't think I've once been raided, not once. And I've been playing this game now in this save colony or whatever. I don't know how many years. It may not have. Well, no, I'd say it's probably been about maybe 10 years, something like that. So it's been a pretty good amount of time. But it's, still a pretty young colony for the most part too, so. Now, a couple episodes ago, we had a bad outbreak of the flu, and as you can see, everybody's better now from that. That was kind of a bad situation. And I think it was either the episode before this one, or maybe the one before that, where we had a bad conduit explosion, and it took out about 4 or 5 of these solar panels. So we've bounced back from that. The last episode, we picked up a mechanator, whatever that thing is, the chip or whatever it is, and we turned Cream into a mechanator person. So now she can control bots. So we've got Gabs as a mechanator, who is also, by the way, a Psycaster. I think, yeah, Psyfocus. So she's a Psycaster as well as a mechanator. Cream is a mechanator, and I think, who is it? I think it's Repka, who's a mechanator as well. So we've got 3 mechanators now, and 1 Psycaster. So it's not too shabby if I do say so myself. I think we've still got 1 ancient complex still to take out. Yeah, it's this one right here. And I'm hoping that I can get some of that Mechanator healer serum. In fact, I think I'll go ahead and plan that out right now. Well, we'll give it a day or two. But we need to get on that before winter sets in, because I don't want them traveling whenever it's really cold outside. Now, whenever we do go, I'm probably going to send Sam, probably send Newton, and maybe Innie. Send those 3. Oh, well, I need to... Actually, it might be Warner, because he's got one of the EMP launchers, and he's not my researcher. He's the other person that has another EMP launcher. So yeah, it'll be Warner, Newton, Sam, who's one of our best sharpshooters, and I think I just might send those 3. I think I'll probably leave Innie where she is, which is deep drill right now. Let's get a lay of the land here as far as assignments are concerned. Who all do we have on ag? Repka. She needs to be on. Let's see here. Worksheet. back on workshop because Repka's our main researcher, and whenever she's not researching stuff, she's doing the scans on the map to find ore deposits and things like that. Pepper and Wickenaut need to go back on ag. Some of these are have been messed around with because of some of the fires and stuff that we've had lately. Alo I always kind of leave on unrestricted because he's our best doctor, and he also duels as somebody who's kind of like a generalist who can kind of haul things and things like that all over the map. Welsh, I'm trying to remember what his forte is. Mining. Okay, so let's put him on deep drill. Okay. I'm gonna leave her alone for the time being while she's healing. Faye. What is Faye's thing? Is that a little children? Okay, so what should we do with him? Is it him or is she him? Let's put her on ag detail. So hopefully with some of those ag detail adjustments, and by the way, ag detail means that they're basically restricted to this zone, the main corner animal pens, and the corner growing basin rooms. So in other words, they take care of all the animal stuff as well as the growing stuff. And the idea there is that they might hopefully pick up on some of the rice growing, so that we can make sure that we don't have any food issues anytime soon. Which I don't really think we will have, but you know, just trying to be safe here, because we are kind of getting a little low. Speaking of which, maybe there's some animals around here that we can... some rabbits, some raccoon, some more squirrels. What's that? Oh, it's a rat. Who doesn't like an occasional rat? There's another rat. By the way, I've got about 5 different rhinos now. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I keep hoping that I'll one day be able to train a male thrumbo. For some reason, though, I haven't been able to. The male thrumbos must be really difficult to train or something. I've got about 3 females. I just don't have a single male. The idea there is that I want to try to get to a point where I can start raising them and selling them. She gets a pretty good amount of food, besides just rice, I mean. There's also the fact, too, that we've got a hell of a lot of animals, too, that we can always butcher if we have to. But one thing that drives me nuts about this game is that they didn't provide any kind of easy way to sort through your animals based off of the species. I mean and that kills me too, because here they've got, you can apparently sort by sex, sort by age, life stage, but you mean to tell me you can't sort by animal species? I mean, maybe I'm just missing something there, but I mean, it doesn't look like it provides that, right? There's nothing up here to click on. I mean, I don't know how that gets missed. I'm gonna put it on 3. Start zooming. Okay, I think whenever daylight comes up, I'm gonna get a caravan going here for that ancient complex. Do that right now. Shit. Hold on a second here. Okay, form caravan. Boom. So about half a day. Let me see here. Okay, Sam. Let's see here. See, that's another thing too. So I'll stop bitching about it. Okay, Sam Newton, Warner. I think that's all I'm gonna do. Sam. I better. Yeah, I'll take one more. You can never really know what to expect out of these trips, so I want to make sure I'm prepared. So 4 stallions and a yak. Right there. One other thing I should probably make a little more of is some of these bedrolls. That's what I'm going to use though. Okay, see, here we go. Your caravan only has 4.3 days, and the stupid thing made it sound as if it was only a half day's worth of travel. Oh, that much. All right, there. Okay. I want to try to get some of this stuff here picked up. Use Halo for some of that. And maybe Rachel. I think Rachel's another person I can use. Yeah. Oh, okay. Rachel. Okay, here we go. Sandstone. See, I don't want sandstone. If I do that outer wall, I want slate. So that's what I wanted to test out. Now, I don't think it's always like that. I think sometimes they can get slate. So I want to keep trying to use or keep trying to relocate these until one of these deep drills gets exhausted and starts bringing up slate instead. Because if I can get one to do that, then I'll go ahead and start doing some of that stuff. Let me see here though. I need to figure out a pocket of positive to get. It's uranium. What's that? It's steel. It's more steel. Before this gets out of hand here, let's figure out what we're going to do here. When I first did this, I had it in my mind that I was going to have multiple things out here stored. So I'm thinking, yeah, this is kind of a challenge here. How should I do this? What would happen if we told this area to store nothing but food? I think for the time being, I'm going to go ahead and do that. This might be stupid, but I want to try to toy around with it to see how it impacts things. So let's go and clear all. Allow only food. Okay. And Control Shift. Double click. Double click. And food. Okay. So yeah, let's go ahead and play with that for a while. I want to see how that affects operations around here. Because I'm betting it'll help out a pretty good amount. I think originally I had it in my mind that I was going to try to build this out here because of all of this crap over here, which I still kind of I'm still kind of thinking about doing, but the reason I'm not though is because of the convenience of the butchering station that's going to be in here. I still have this room right here that I can do some stuff with, which I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to do or how I'm going to use it. If I need to, I can convert that into another storage space as well. How is our caravan coming? Have they left? They haven't left. Or did they? Actually, I think they did. But wait a minute. If that's the case, where are they then? Oh, there they are. Okay, so they just left. They had packed everything up the way they needed to. Yeah, they did. We're good. Yes. Okay, they're going to be there in no time. urn. Okay, here we go. Alright, let's save. You know me and saving. Okay, what all do we have here? So here's the complex. Looks like it's built in a little bit to maybe a mountainside or something. What's that? Enter this. Man, I hope there's something here worth getting. Some slate. Got a few urns. There's some steel. Let's set that to be deconstructed. I don't know about you guys, man, but here lately, up here in Indiana, the air has been really dry because we haven't really had much rain this year, man. It's been kind of like drought conditions, and it's up here in Indiana. It usually gets like that around September or so, right before winter. So it's not really like shocking, and there's nothing abnormal about it. But here this year, though, it's really impacted my eyes. Excuse me, my eyes and my my throat. Give me a second. I need to drink some water. It's like dried everything out, you know. My eyes, my throat and mouth. What's this? Oh, it's just junk. Okay. Ooh, here's some buffalo. Let's do this. So let me see here. Let's get Sam. I guess we'll just kind of go up here. All right, let's see here. This can be a little tricky here. The reason I'm saying that is because these places, they can sometimes be laced with booby traps. So I need to be awfully careful here. And I need to think of a strategy here. If there is a booby trap, I can't remember if I've ever been able to disarm one before it blows up. So I've got it saved. So I think what I'm going to try to do is have Newton deconstruct it before it has a chance to blow up. If there's one in here. There might not be any in here, but you just never know. So let's see what happens here. Okay, I'm not seeing any booby traps yet. That's kind of a good sign, I think. Okay, nothing there. There. There, and nothing. Hold on a second, what's up here? Okay, just dead bodies, really. So let's undraft them. Let's get Newton to, what should I have Newton do? What's this? Marble. And this is going to be steel. Or, I mean, steel too. Okay. Wasn't sure if that's what that was or not. Actually, here, let's do this. Let's cancel that one. Got to be careful with these, because if you take out the wrong ones, they cause the roof to collapse and kill one of your people. Okay, so there's that. Is that steel too? No, that's marble. Flooring. Go ahead and take that cotton, or whatever that is, fabric. Yeah, I know it's carpet, but I'm just saying, take that as well. Ooh, there's more steel. Where's deconstruct? This isn't steel though. Okay, so that's, what is that? That's, oh, that's carpet too? This is carpet. Carpet, and this is concrete out here. Okay. Marble. I think that's pretty good. So now let's see what's in these caskets. Sam. Any. Sam, that one. And finally, Warner. Do the whole hacking thing. Hopefully we get something good out of one of these. What's that? Luciferian. A little bit of silver. It's not much. Give us some serum. What was that? Worth. Well, looks like this was kind of a bust. I mean, we got some pretty good resources out of it, I guess, but I was hoping for some of that damn serum stuff. In the future, I'm going to stick around and take out the raids that come. But my people right now, as far as things like weapons and armor and stuff is concerned, they're just not really at that point yet, you know? I don't feel comfortable sticking around like that. Now, once I get them some marine armor or something like that and fully decked out with pulse rifles or whatever those things are, then we'll start taking some of those vessels on. Let me see here. Why don't we drop some of these things? Where's the other? There it is. Let's drop that. Okay. It's not really cold, but so there's that. see here. Any. Sam. Better. So he can't use that without some sort of... That's bullshit. Okay, well, guess we'll just have to get by then. See, that's the kind of crap that bothers me. Little stupid things like that. So now he'll be pissed off because he's having to sleep outside, you know, all that kind of crap. Neat. See, he slept in the cold, slept outside, slept on the ground. Wah, wah, wah. She apparently isn't even... The sooner we get out of here, the better. See him. Okay, yeah, they're all set for construction. EMP shell. Oh, I think that's for the landmine stuff, which at some point we are going to need. How much does that cost? Yeah, that's kind of expensive. Won't do that just yet. These are expensive. I guess this is all I'm going to get. Alright, I think that's it. Let's get back on. Of course. Let's check this out first. Let's get that. Okay. Now the items. Cloth. Steel. Yes. Don't mind leaving this stupid crap behind. I was hoping that I'd be able to get these urns though. And especially the silver. Alright, good deal. Let's do a save ski poo. There we go. Alright. Not a bad run, you know. Sometimes you log out and you find that mech healer serum stuff. Sometimes you don't. We got a shit ton of steel, so that's always welcomed. I think for the most part we're doing pretty damn good where chem fuel is concerned as well. I mean, just look at this. Just watch. Look at that, man. Well, probably not really 4,000. Let's click that. So it's closer to 3. I mean, that's redonkulous. And that's 3,000, and that's just this area up here. That's not even all of this crap down here. So that's about 5. I don't know, man. There is a shit ton of that stuff. And the reason I'm pointing that out is because I've been a little concerned about our amount of chem fuel that we're generating with this new Boomaloo plan that I've got going, where I let a few release a few every so often. But I think it's safe to say now that we're doing perfectly fine on that. The only reason it's showing up as 9 is because I haven't collected all of them yet. I'm thinking that's what it is. Okay, here. Ooh. Okay, cool. Like that. Get Halo on that. Where's that? Let me see here. Is Kaylin okay now? Ooh, she's okay now. Okay, awesome. Let's get her a bed. Kayloon. We're in here. Kayloon. Go. And she, if I'm not mistaken, was unassigned, right? Or unrestricted. I think I'm going to keep her as that because I like having some. I need some more people to start hauling more things. So let's get her set up here. Self-doctor, of course. And she can do that, so. There we go. Okay. Don't want her researching. Cleaning, sure. Smithing. No, I don't think I want her doing that. Plant cutting, I think she can do. What's that? 93. Growing 4. So, okay. I'm going to leave her as unrestricted, but I'm going to allow her to cut, basically do ag detail without being restricted to ag detail. Don't want her cooking. So yeah, I think that'll be kind of a good thing for her. So now, yeah, she'll get into her room now, I think. Oh, okay, I guess, yeah, there we go. She's going to rest. Okay, so now I'm going to queue up a couple things for her. Let's go ahead and have her prioritize this stuff. Okay. And as far as her schedule is concerned, let's get it configured for her. Okay. What is she like as far as traits and stuff are concerned? Industrious, sanguine. Okay. Yeah, I think she's going to be a pretty awesome worker. I'm happy to have her on board. Back. Oh man. And I think we've got a jade deposit. And if we do, steel, that's steel. Man, we got so much good stuff around here. Steel, uranium, gold. Steel, gold, gold, steel, steel, gold, steel. Steel, steel, steel. Where's jade? Because I know I've got at least one jade. Maybe I don't. Silver, steel. Or uranium, or steel, or silver. I thought I had some jade, but I guess I don't. The reason I was looking for that is because I need that to make the remaining torches in the reliquary room. If we do, I don't know where it is. Well, I don't worry about it. Yeah, they made those bookshelves pretty fast. Oh, why? I suppose it's going to be the beginning of another AI screw over. Get the jeez. Yeah, do this, man. He's gonna set fire to that, and something bad's gonna happen. What have we got this? Right here. Leader, Cornelius of Northwest Hywanium has a special request. Someone has dumped an abundance of toxic waste packs near one of the settlements, and he is unable to safely store them. If you accept, blah 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 blah. No, I'm not doing that. I hate those missions. None of that is worth it. I mean, what a loser. Here we go. Let me see here. Come on, Gabs. Come on, Gabs. There we go. Okay. I think Welsh is on that. Where's Welsh? There we go. Get him. It's kind of silly, but okay, fine, whatever. It's quiet. Too quiet. It's kind of weirding me out, man. I'm just waiting on something bad to happen. Are there any animals worth taming? I've got these deconstructed. Tell you what, let's have Creep do that whenever she gets the chance. there's nothing really around here. Come on, guys. Oh. Why does everybody always wind up having... Sure seem to get into a lot of fights for some reason. I don't know why that is. AC unit built. There's one piece of wall, so now we can get this mine away. It's coming along, man. It's looking pretty good. Jesus, man. See, I called it. I knew. I told everyone on who watches my videos that this is some sort of recurring thing with game loads, where every single time you load up a saved game, you can usually rest assured that there's going to be at least one conduit explosion for some reason. I don't know why that is, but it is almost every single time that that happens. You. Well, she's not really hurt that bad, I don't think. Guys, take care of this. This happens. Dude, you're not consuming a fucking meal. Sorry, that's... Suck. Jesus. Just pissing me off. Let's freaking crap. We've got to do something to get ahead of this kind of shit, man. I've got to start installing some more of those things, those... whatever you call them. Completely dig this over. Cabs. Okay. For the most part, I think we kind of lucked out because there wasn't anything destroyed that it's going to really hurt us that much. And of course, we got to have a solar flare because what's... Fire, solar flare, waiting on Gabs to bust a nut and wig out. The AI is messing with my Zen thing, man. These things is what I was talking about. Fire foam poppers. Let's do that. Let's, up here where I store chem fuel, I have some of those already. And according to the radius thing, it should cover it if something ever goes down like that. Got one of those, two of those in each of the corner buildings. The only thing, though, is that right there, that needs to be covered. So what I'll do is I'll put it right here, I guess. I think for the most part, they'll take care of it. In here, though, I don't think I've got one out here. Let's definitely put one out here. In fact, I'll put two out here. There, I guess. Good news, though, is that we have plenty of steel to take care of the conduit crap. So I'll get taken care of in no time. Okay, it's getting kind of cold in here, though. It's not good. I wish there was a way to take care of the solar flare crap. I mean, it's like, it kind of defeats the whole point of having batteries. Okay, we need to get ahead of this clothes stuff because I think that's kind of creeping up on us a little more than what I realized. Let me see here. Let's have Espinoza start in on that, I think. Espinoza. Start making some clothes, man. Somebody, when you have the chance, let's install that over here. Omar's not doing too good. He needs some pants and this whole entire area around here is looking kind of gross. So, what can we do here? See, there's a baby. Tippy. Shit. Get Halo on it. Good job, Halo. What else can I use for cleaning things? Hey, Rachel. Let's see if we can't clean this crap up. So if we don't do that, they'll be whining about that next. And honestly, I think that's probably kind of creeping up on them right now as is, because everyone's kind of getting a little jumpy about stuff. also need to get these animals in. Let's put the boomalopes in. Oops. Over here. Oops. Can't remember what else I put in here. I think horses and cows. Okay. Down here. Yaks. Buffalo. I think over here we'll put the ducks. These ducks. Where are you? So cows, horses. Oh, I forgot about these guys. Bison. Bison in here as well. Okay. Horses, cows, bison, boomalopes, muffalo. Yeah, that's it. You know, we might need to get rid of some of those rhinos. Those things are getting a little pushy in terms of how many we have. How many of those do we have now? 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. of work that goes into getting all of this stuff corralled, man. Tell you what, while you're out there, can you grab this? Shouldn't take him very long. Alright, now, once we get that done, apply a few more slate tiles, we'll be in business. One thing I need to do too. Get these. What's going on? Why is people? Oh, it must be under a mountain area or something. See, if that's the case, though, why would that be showing that? I don't like that, man. Oh, I know what I need. Think of this. I need a column. Duh. Okay, no big deal. Let me see here. Get my bearing straight. Let's get a slate, I guess. Because everything else in here is slate, so we'll just use that for here too. Chance. Well, she's used the telescope. Do it. Okay. And what? Production. Let me see here. Hand tailored. Stone cutter. Butcher. There we go. Steel butcher table. Yeah, why not? I mean, is there any advantage? I mean, I wish I understood this a little better, but is there any advantage of a steel butcher table over a wooden one? Does it really matter that much? I don't know if it does. Heavy table for butchering dead creatures into pieces of raw meat, rotting, or blah blah blah. Cannot be butchered. Okay, fine, but oh, okay, hold on a second here. Well, alright, go to wood. Cleanliness, -15. Cover effectiveness, higher percentages will block more shots. Max hit points. Not really flammability. That's okay. So flammability and cover effectiveness are the only things that change. So what's the incentive to use important resources like steel to make something like this if all you've got to gain from it is max hit points and flammability changes? It seems so stupid to me. That's just dumb. Anyway. Well, I suppose I've... Fix that here in a second. Let's get a... Let's get that working on first. Because of that. I wonder if I should maybe put it... Pretty cold outside. Jackie is preggers. Jeez, man. Happy to see Savannah doing that on her own. I get tired of having to hold everyone's hand all the damn time whenever I try to queue things up. Some of that's my own fault, obviously, I admit that, but some of it sometimes feels like it isn't, though, too. Zone now out here. What zone is this? I can't remember. It's just a stockpile zone. So, see here, stockpile zone. See, right. Yeah. All I want out here. Boom. Sweet. In here, let me see here. We need to set this down to... Whoa, not that. There we go. And out here, what's out here? It's 11 as well. Alright, man. It's coming along. Slowly but surely. There's a slim chance that at some point we might relocate these ACs like down here and then enclose off the area that they butcher in. Because if they wind up staying out here doing that butchering stuff, they're going to get cold, and I'm betting that at some point they'll start complaining about that. That'd be an easy way to kind of take care of that. And then maybe we can like relocate or add a couple more doors up here or something when we do that. If we do that. Some deer. It's inside. Bacon weighted. Yeah, I think we got all of our animals. Ooh, some horsies. Suckers. You got some trimming up to do. for a few more minutes and I'm going to call it an episode. I'm hungry. So I guess we did make a steal. Didn't realize I had done that. Who's getting married? Look at everyone, man. This is nuts. Oh, Higgins and Pickle, I guess. Guess so. Huh. Look at that rhino. Look at that guy. Okay, we need to fix that, actually. Let's clear the... what is it? The home perimeter? Or outside perimeter? Yeah, it's outside perimeter. How many people we've got now? This is crazy. Hey guys, get back to work. New store. Coffin. And I'm all eating. Okay, so we've got this. The roof is on, right? He just ate a tree. Did you see that? It's the first time I ever saw them do that. Yes, man. Good. I gotta hand it to them, man. They're really working their asses off. What I can tell. It's so much freaking steel. It's nuts. You know, I'm half tempted to start production on another one of these kinds of things just for some of the stuff that we've got laying around. Doors are apparently, I didn't realize they were that complicated. Alright, got it. Damn. Pickle's pregnant. My God. We are popping kids out left and right, man. Oh, I don't like this. Why are they sleeping up there like that? Damn it. Newton. Guess this will be your new room. This is another thing. You would think that they would alphabetize it or something, or did they? No, oh, okay, I think they actually did. But see, the thing though is that, well, okay, never mind. Here's noon. Okay, so there's that. Sam. Actually, I think this is that one was Sam's room. Good? Yeah, we're good. Okay. Tell you what, guys. I think I'm going to end it here. I've got a Trump rally that I want to watch. So I'm going to go ahead and end this episode right here. When we get back, we will continue work on this bad boy. And let me see here. I think that's going to be numero uno for the time being. It's just getting this stuff done out here. Get that done and out of the way. I don't know, man. We'll figure out what the next steps are then after that. There's a lot going on, though. We're going to have to convert this into something. Oh, shit. That reminds me, too. We need to make one of these out there. Let me cue this up real quick. Let's do something cute like this. I don't know if I twisted that. I don't know if that matters really, but do that. And make lights like that. Okay, there we go. Save. Boo bam. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed watching me, and like I said, when we get back we'll continue work with this, and then after that we'll reassess where we are with stuff. So have a good night, and I will see you whenever I see you. Later.